She is created to be the perfect girlfriend. He's a walking red flag. Her thing is to sit in a cage and bite the head of a chicken. Annie Butt by Greer. Not a book I thought I'd ever pick up, but it was on my way out of the library and it was there, so I did. So I feel like this is a book that went around the internet for a bit. When did this come out? It says 2024. April 4. Oh, it came out this year. Well, how about that? How about that? So Annie, she is, well, she's a robot. She is created to be the perfect girlfriend for her owner, Doug. Yes. But she's I'd say she's only human, but she's so human. She's not perfect. She does have some faults, but she tries her best, okay? It's just that Doug is a terrible person. Yeah. So first off, about this thing. So Doug created Annie to be the perfect girl for him after he split from his wife who left him for whatever reason. She cheated on him or something. Anyway, so the thing is though, Annie looks just like his ex-wife, only like the skin complexion is a bit different and such, but basically she's modeled after his ex-wife. Red flag? Anyone? Anyone? Yeah? And the way he like, so she goes for like maintenance every now and again. I don't actually know how often she goes. She seems to go a lot in the beginning and then she's not really going because reasons. But she goes in for maintenance just to, you know, check that everything's okay and whatnot. And basically when she's there, he like, it doesn't happen straight off, but it happens like, well, fairly straight off. He's like, well, I want her to have bigger boobs and I want her to weigh less. She's like as thin as you can be and toned and whatnot, but still, he's not pleased. Yeah, there's no pleasing, well, men like this, people like this, men in this case because it's a man called Doug. There's a lot of like things that's just like, this Doug, he is such a red flag. It's not even close to being funny. He's a walking red flag. Yeah, no. So Annie is like slowly, she starts off as a cuddle bunny. She starts being more self-aware, and the more self-aware she gets, because she's developing, like, you know, like tech does. The more self-aware she becomes, she's like, well, why am I just in this apartment all day, and why am I locked in this room? Why are you punishing me? Why are you bringing in another sex doll to do house cleaning, and why am I not allowed to tell her that I am a sex bot too? Yeah, there's this point where it's right in the beginning, so he's not pleased with the way she cleans, so he brings in another sex bot who he does start having sex with as well. So it's like, what's happening here? This is like, so you have a girl and you're bringing in another girl just in front of her, and it's not like even for her pleasure, it's just for your pleasure. No. Despite Doug being the biggest red flag walking around, I actually kind of enjoyed this book. I mean, I felt so bad for Annie. I will say she gets justice in the end. She gets what she thoroughly deserves in the end, but it takes a good long while for her to like Yeah, it's not a big book, by the way, so it's very short. How long is it? It's under 230 pages, so not a very long book. It's a very short book. I feel like it was a bit of a journey, and I felt so bad for this sex robot character. It's like, it's because she's becoming so self-aware, and she's becoming as human as she can be without actually being human. It's this thing in the back, I can't really tell the whole thing, but is a human soul something we are born with, or is this something through something, then there's a big sticker on the back and I can't read the rest of it. And it's like, yeah, that is a good question. Is this something that we create from just being, or is it something we're born with? Is it something like, I don't know. I honestly can't explain it, but it was an interesting read. Definitely not one I thought I would ever pick up when I first heard about it, which feels like it was like 5 years ago, but apparently it came out this year, so that's interesting. Time moves very weirdly sometimes. Yes, it does. No, but I enjoyed it. Funnily enough, it was actually a book I could actually see myself buy and put in my collection. So there's that. It was an interesting read. I will say that. Definitely weird in a way, because it's a sex bot. We are in the POV of a sex bot. I can't get over that fact for some reason. It's well, I guess unique storytelling. It's very, no, I like that. I like that. The Family Fortuna by Lindsay Eager. I'm not sure I've actually heard anyone talk about this book, come to think of it, but I think I've seen it around town, as in booktube, bookstagram, showing up, especially bookstagram probably, because that would make more sense, because anyway. So basically, it is a circus. It's a circus family, so the head of the circus is the dad, and then he has his wife, his 2 daughters, and his son. His son is basically the bookkeeper, because he's not really an attraction, whereas I think the eldest daughter is like a prostitute kind of a deal, striptease kind of thing, and the youngest daughter, pictured on the cover, Evita, we have her perspective for most of the book. We do get other perspectives as the book goes on, but mostly it's her perspective. So she's very different. She's so different. She is, well, the attraction she goes by, her like stage name, let's say, is Bird Girl. I was like, Ladybird? No, Bird Girl. Because she has a beak and feathers and stuff, and she basically, her thing is to sit in a cage and bite the head of a chicken. Yeah. So I mean, the whole book is very centered around this family, this circus. They have other people that's not related to them, but they're all kind of a family. And at one point we have a competing circus, and they're sort of like trying to outwin the other one. Why not? That's what we do with competitors, isn't it? Evita kind of, she's kind of set with her life, her choices, as it were, as Bird Girl, until there's this artist who comes and like draws. What does it say? It says something about this new little young artist. He is commissioned to make some new posters for the circus, and the way he depicts her makes her have a little thinker about her choices, and the demand from the father. He is one of those that he's demanding so much from his children, his family, and he's basically living off of them. He's just splurging whatever and being this almighty thing, and while he's like making his family, mostly his daughters, do all the work. And I'm like, okay, it's a lot about being different, and I guess trying to find your own way while under the control of someone else, and trying to please everyone, especially in this case your father, and still trying to do your own thing. I don't know. It didn't really hit the mark for me. I felt it was a bit too sad of a story for me. I don't know, circus life may not be for me. I don't know. It was well written. I'll give it that, but I'm not sure the story was for me. Yeah. I don't really have a lot to say about it, to be honest. It was interesting. It was interesting. I will give it that, but I don't think it was for me. No. But there we go. I almost said ladybird again. Ladybird. Ladybird. That's a different thing. Bad girl. I will be interested to pick up other books by Lindsay Eager, so, you know, there's that. We win some, we lose some. It wasn't bad, I just don't think it was for me.